Hey guys, Grace here, and today I'm going to be talking about the book Night, Dehumanization, and World War II. So let's start out with the definition of dehumanization. To deprive the human qualities such as individuality, compassion, etc. Here are some quotes from the book Night of how they dehumanized them. I watched darkness fade from the bluish skylights of the roof. I no longer was afraid. I was overcome by fatigue. So this is dehumanization, or shows dehumanization, because they were so tired, they didn't really have an urge to move on. That's how it was. You moved on until you couldn't anymore. And then the second quote, I become A7713 from then on. I had no other name. Now this one can be obvious. You feel so dehumanized, you don't really have a name. At that moment in time, all that mattered to me was my daily bowl of soup, my crust of stale bread. The bread, the soup, those were my entire life. I was nothing but a body. So the part that really gets a lot of people is I was nothing more than a body, because all as you were focusing on was surviving. You had no humanity. You were told to do this, you do that. You were told to go there, you go there. It's just the principle of living. We did not know what to do, tired of huddling on the ground in hope of finding something, a piece of bread, perhaps that civilian might have forgotten there. So they were just hoping for a piece of bread, even a tiny crumb. Anything would help as long as they get it in their body, even though it's just a tiny piece of bread. And what happened in the book Night was someone killed someone for a piece of bread. That's how urgent you needed was food, because you were starving and you didn't have a lot. So those are the quotes from Night I have. Those were 4 quotes. But now I'm going to talk a little bit more about dehumanization. I'm going to go back to the second quote I talked about, and I'll read it again. I became A7713 from then on. I had no other name. Now I want everyone to imagine what it would be like if you were called, well, that. What if you were just called a letter or a few numbers? How would people really remember who you are? You lose all individuality. That's what happened back then. The one part in Night, the book, that got me was showing how urgent food was. That when he said I was nothing but a body, sometimes mentally you feel like that. And he just wanted food, honestly. That's what it was. Food, water, the principle of surviving. Mentally, that's somehow, some way we all feel. And I think that's about it. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.